14 Weird Facts. Hello, and welcome to the Weird Facts channel. We'll look at some of the most mind-blowing weird facts. Let's get right into it. Before we dive in, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you will never miss our new content. 1. Nobody knew why the ancient Egyptians treated certain patients with infected wounds and cuts using moldy bread. 5,000 years later, in 1928, Alexander Fleming's discovery that penicillin was a very effective antibiotic against bacteria marked the beginning of modern science. What connection does the topic have to bread? When the bread is left to rot, it releases a fungus called penicillium, which is where penicillin, the most well-known antibiotic ever used to treat bacteria, comes from. The Egyptians were aware of potential pathogens 5,000 years ago. 2. The purpose of taking a bath is not just to wash your body. The real purpose of bathing, according to the ancients, was to cool the body. The amount of heat the human body produces varies from person to person. The heat that each person was transferring to the chair we were sitting in was different. By pouring water, which serves the same purpose as a coolant in a nuclear reactor, this body heat is reduced. We should take cold showers for this purpose. Since taps and showers have made bathing more convenient thanks to modernization, start pouring water from your feet. The water should be poured until it reaches the leg, then the stomach, the chest, and lastly the head. This causes the body's 7 holes, its eyes, ears, mouth, and bottom portion, to open up, allowing heat to escape. The body's heat escapes downhill and becomes trapped in the feet if the procedure is carried out in reverse, similar to when water is poured from the head to the feet. Bathing in the pond is a detailed illustration of this. We initially feel the water on our feet. The water level rises as we steadily descend further into the pond until it meets our hip and then gradually rises to our breast. 3. Icelandic women went on strike for equal rights on October 24, 1975. The entire nation was shut down when 90% of women quit their jobs and left their homes. The next year, the legislature approved a bill ensuring equal pay. The first female president of the world was chosen in Iceland 5 years later. Iceland now ranks first in the world for gender equality. 4. Paper is actually incredibly abrasive on a microscopic level, which is why paper wounds hurt so much. Paper cuts like a saw blade and does more harm to cells and nerve endings than a knife, which creates a straight cut. Paper also sheds minute fibers and chemical traces, aggravating the wound more. 5. For the duration of the coronavirus outbreak, airlines were spending millions of gallons of gasoline flying empty ghost planes to maintain their flight slots and avoid paying for plane parking at airports. For airlines, slots are incredibly valuable resources. With more than 200 of the world's largest hubs running at maximum capacity, there are more flights requested than there are runways and terminal spaces available for them. Your spot will be forfeited to someone else if you cease using it, use it or lose it. To fill the slots and keep them as busy as possible, airlines are sending empty flights. According to EU regulation, airlines must operate 80% of their flights during a slot to guarantee their presence at important hubs for the next season. 6. Green iguanas are known as chicken of the tree in Central America because they reside on trees and taste like chicken. 7. William Ely of England instituted a property tax in 1696 that levied a surcharge on anybody residing in a home with more than 6 windows. House owners would brick up all windows save for 6 in order to avoid the charge. In the UK, older homes with bricked-up windows are still widespread. The window tax was in effect until 1851. The tax was referred to as daylight theft, since bricked-up windows kept certain rooms from getting any sunshine. 8. When you get a sunburn, your skin cells' DNA is damaged by the sun, and they kill themselves in order to prevent turning into cancer, rather than your skin cells dying as a result of the sun's damage. 9. The best-known feature of Apple phones is their privacy. Even if you are suspected of being a terrorist, the company will never disclose your data to the FBI or the CIA. 10. Your nose and ears will develop throughout your life. That is why elderly individuals have huge noses and ears. However, the size of your eyes and ears' ossicles remains constant. 11. We are around 1 centimeter taller in the morning than in the evening. Astronauts also grow taller after returning from space. Wow! Because, if I'm not mistaken, astronauts spend years in space with nearly no gravity. Therefore, they tend to grow taller than people on Earth. 12. Fill up on petrol in the early morning or late at night. When petroleum products are heated, they expand. As a result, in the afternoon, when the temperature is high, you obtain a lower percentage of gasoline since the density is lower. However, because the temperature is lower in the morning and at night, the density of the fuel is higher. The gasoline has remained chilly for almost 8 hours, especially in the morning. As a result, you will receive extra gasoline. However, the difference is negligible for 8 to 10 liters. It will come in handy for people who fill 50 or 100 liters. If you need to fill up on gasoline in the afternoon, head to a gas station with a rooftop. 13. In 2005, President George W. Bush was nearly killed in Georgia by a guy called Vladimir Eretunian, who hurled a grenade at him. It didn't blow up. 14. Hiro Onoda, born March 19, 1922, is a former Imperial Japanese Army intelligence officer who served in World War II but did not surrender in 1945. His old commander flew from Japan to personally relieve him of duty in 1974. Onoda has been on the run in the Philippines for about 30 years. Onoda was found on February 20, 1974 by a Japanese guy named Norio Suzuki. Onoda still refused to surrender, claiming that he needed orders from a higher-ranking officer. Suzuki went to Japan with photos of himself and Onoda as evidence of their meeting, and the Japanese authorities tracked down Onoda's commanding officer, Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, who had subsequently become a bookstore. He traveled to Lubang, where he eventually encountered Onoda on March 9, 1974, and fulfilled the 1944 pledge, "Whatever happens, we'll come back for you." As a result, Onoda was officially relieved of duty and surrendered. He displayed his sword, his Arisaka Type 99 rifle, in working order, 500 rounds of ammo, 6 hand grenades, and the knife his mother had given him for protection in 1944. Thank you for watching this one. I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, then give it a thumbs up and ring the notification bell button for our latest updates.